Hello, Pistolera here. So, you might be new to Insurgency Sandstorm and you want to know what the best class is and what they're all about. Well, you've come to the right place because that is exactly what we're going to discuss. So, let's get straight into it. Rifleman. Very good for those beginners when you have no clue what you're doing. It's very generalized class where you get a variety of assault rifles. Sorry, I kind of struggle using the word assault rifle because, well, really all rifles are deadly.
Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now. Once and for all.
But anyway, designed for close quarter combat, and it is unlimited to how many in your team can run it at once. However, if you're not an amateur player and you are kind of familiar with this game, then I would not recommend this class. Instead, I would recommend you play as Observer. Why? Because being an observer can be extremely helpful for your team. It has the exact same points as Rifleman, so you don't need to worry about that. Very helpful class, especially when you have a commander on your team who is requesting an observer. Don't waste resources, be a team player. If you want to pick up chicks, this is what you do. Breacher. The class I use when I've had one too many coffees, the class I use when I feel like running around like an OP madwoman. Great for close quarter combat because, well, you get the selection of SMGs and shotguns. And the shotguns in this game are absolutely insane. They will one-shot you, no matter what. Armor won't save you and running won't save you. They will one-shot you from the other side of the map. Practically, not even kidding. Shotguns in this game are super fun. Advisor. Another pretty fun class, one of my most go-tos because of the very sexy exotic weapon selection. A class where you can be quite powerful because of the very high DPS with the Tavor 7 if you're on the security side, or the Ace 52 for the insurgent side. Two very powerful weapons. Demolition. The explosive expert, the bada boom, big bada boom.
Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, big bada boom.
Bada boom!
Big boom, big bada boom.
This class contains the rocket launchers, grenade launchers, the class I play when I feel like blowing people up. Your main goal for this class is emptying your load into those objectives and clearing out all the enemies that are preventing your team from capturing the objective. What you want to equip is your heavy carry loadout and equip that RPG along with that under barrel grenade launcher. I wouldn't bother too much with any other rifle mods except that one-time scope and a grenade if you've got the points, because remember, your main focus is to bada boom. Marksman, the painful class. The class where the guy thinks he's being helpful and a team player. The class you choose when you're crap at the game, so you'd rather hide. The class that's always the last man standing and who generally gets kicked from the game last minute because no one can be stopped watching your boring gameplay. You know who you are. All jokes aside, kind of. Marksman, useless, pointless. Okay, fine. Look, sometimes they can be helpful if they know the map well and you know where all those other sneaky snipers could be, then you could be helpful by clearing them out. But little tip from me, I don't care if you're a marksman or a gunman, as long as when the time comes you are ready to play the objective when needed, then we can be friends. Until then, even your mother would be ashamed of you. Gunmen. The heavy weapons fella, the big fella, the LMG fella, the pain in the ass fella, but for good reasons, because he can basically play as a sniper and spawn kill, but with a very powerful automatic weapon with a ×4 scope and bipod, and practically just kill everybody in your entire team at spawn. So yeah, not a bad class if you catch my drift. But as always, I'm a play the objective kind of girl, so just always make sure that you are prepared for some hip firing, or at least equip that pistol to be ready to hold the objective when needed. Tips from an expert. Observer. Observer is the radio operator fella who allows the commander class to call in fire support. You must be within 10 meters of the commander, and there can be up to 2 observers at one time. As I mentioned previously, extremely helpful class, especially on the security side on push. You get 2 choppers on push, which do huge amount of killing and many many times practically wins the game for you. It does mean you have to be the commander's little bitch for some time of the game, but that's okay. It's only for a few seconds at a time when the commander needs to call fire support. Once he's finished and called in that support, you are free to run off and die. But guess why else it's awesome being an observer? You practically get free kills. That's right, every kill that the fire support does is given to both you and the commander. Commander. Maximum of 2 in a game. You are the boss of the game. You are the fella that your team relies on. You are their emotional support, their rock, their shoulder to cry on. You are the Chad who uses a radio and calls in that fire support to help your team win the match. No pressure at all. Very helpful class. You do need an observer though. One does not work without the other, but thankfully everyone is so kind and helpful in this game and never screams profanity at one another.
That fucking bitch isn't on our fucking team, is she?
That all you need to do is kindly request an observer and one will happily be there for you. You can be a commander in both the security and the insurgents. Obviously the best and most fun is the security side on push, because you do get amazing fire support such as choppers, A-10 strafes and mortars, etc. Absolutely awesome. You'd be a dang doofus not to use it. And there you have it guys, the best classes and what they do. You're welcome. Now go and win some games. Adios.